Hey there, I'm glad that you joined me for a walk through the carpenter shop. Jesus spent a great deal of time growing up in the carpenter shop, and I think that in our lives, um, it just seems like every day that we walk with Him, we're growing just a little bit more, and a little bit more, and a little bit more. I hope you are. Um, I don't know if you think about that, but when you go to God's Word in Psalm 149, we read this phrase, "For the Lord takes pleasure in His people." And if you add that to what it says in Ephesians 2:10, it says, we are His workmanship. I wonder sometimes if we look in the mirror and we forget that. You may not, I know that I do. And sometimes I have to go back to God's Word and rediscover my identity in Him and remind myself that the Bible teaches us that we are the masterwork of God's creation. We are the masterpiece of the genius of the Creator of the universe. the crowning achievement of all His creation. We are the object of His love, and we are the recipients of His grace, and we are people who get to live with His blessing and forgiveness. Psalm 139 reminds us of this. You made all the delicate inner parts of my body and knit them together in my mother's womb. It's amazing to think about it. Your workmanship is marvelous, and how well I know it. How precious it is, Lord, to realize that you are thinking about me constantly. I can't even count how many times a day your thoughts turn toward me. And when I awaken in the morning, you're still thinking of me. That's verses 13 through 18. Zechariah 2:8 reminds us that whoever touches us touches the apple of God's eye. And according to Isaiah in chapter 43, verse 4, we are precious and honored in His sight. In Isaiah 62:5, it says, as a bridegroom rejoices over the bride, so God shall rejoice over you. Remember this truth. You are not a piece of junk to be cast aside. You are not something that's put in a discount storage bin or stuck out in a used bookstore somewhere. You are the workmanship of God. No matter how bad your life is, you're not beyond hope and you're not beyond help. No matter how great your life is, God is not done with you yet. And so, as you think about that, remember that we are the creation that God takes delight in. In Zephaniah 3:17, it reminds us that God rejoices over us with singing. In other words, you are a friend of God and His masterpiece. The longer you walk with Him, the more time you spend in the carpenter shop, let Him grow you, the more that you discover that. Remember that. I look forward to joining you next time.